Are human beings the only animals who flavor or season their food? Do any animals do it too? If something like a bridge was built around the earth like a belt, with completely consistent density and perfect construction, if you removed all the supports at the same time, would it hover in the air? My girlfriend's dad just cut his thumb off with a bandsaw while working on a project. He is currently in surgery to have it reattached. What are some puns or jokes I can make when we see him this Sunday? Would it be bestiality if you had sex with a human person while their every move is being controlled by a rat under their hat? How to ruin my brother's liver stream? Is there discipline or area of knowledge where there is nothing left to learn? I'm getting strange texts from my boyfriend, but he didn't send them. I don't know how this is possible. How do people living in a 1-2 room house find the privacy to have enough sex to get like 6 kids? Did Native Americans actually ever make that sound with their hand over their mouth, like you used to hear on cowboy/Indian films? How come no one has invented a foot pedal for men's public restrooms that pops up the toilet seat when stepped on? Did your penis ever fall asleep like your legs do sometimes? Can you run for president of the United States before you're 35, if you'll be 35 by election day? Before 1268, did nearsighted people just had to live with the fact that everything was blurry? Anybody else randomly get flashes of hyperrealism? Like, suddenly all the stochastic randomness of the world and the irrelevant nature of individual humans bears down on you? Does anyone else get really excited for an event coming up but then closer to the time of the event feel like it won't be that great and you're not really looking forward to it anymore? Does anyone else feel like TV shows are too dark nowadays? Like in terms of lighting, is ass eating as popular as the internet makes it out to be? NSFW, a pigeon just laid an egg on my fucking bed and is always coming inside my room. If I get an erection in a bath, does the water level rise? How do you actually pronounce ngui and why does American currency say "In God We Trust" if the First Amendment establishes a separation between church and state? Would I be able to kill a polar bear with an AK-47? Why do employers in meeting tell the staff, if you just want to come to work, make money and leave, then that's your prerogative? I know they're trying to encourage people to go above and beyond, but isn't the point of work to work and go home? Why is it acceptable for girls to walk around in yoga pants, but if I walk around in sweat pants people assume something's wrong? If a woman sexually assaults a man and gets pregnant, is the man in any way legally responsible for that child? If Spider-Man was real, how thick does his webs have to be able to swing building to building without breaking under his weight? How come I can blow a fucking hurricane out of a blocked nostril and it still doesn't clear? Why does America care so much about who is in office for 4 to 8 years, rather than focusing on who is spending 40+ years in Congress? How do I communicate with blind people? Does anyone else start to get self-conscious walking when someone is walking behind you? I heard that trans women may refer to their penises as vaginas before having any surgery. I'm in full support of trans rights and apologize if I'm using the wrong language, but I don't understand how anatomy is a fluid concept. I wouldn't call my eye an ear. Please help me learn and understand. Why don't cars have a simplified version of a black box in them, recording things like acceleration and other data points that can be used either in contesting a ticket or even during insurance investigations post-accident? Anyone else feel annoyed that they are going to miss out on the future's inventions? Is it just me, or does it seem like we are on the brink of a worldwide revolution? Why do humans have an instinct to want covers when we sleep, even when we aren't cold? So how exactly did the Playboy Mansion work? Did Hugh Hefner just hire attractive women to come in and live there? I don't understand. Also, why do some people hate Hugh Hefner so badly? Why are people blaming opioid manufacturers for the opioid crisis instead of the drug abusers or doctors who overprescribe? Why do porn sites have a share button